Yo, what is going on, guys? Vortec Gaming here, and welcome to episode number 11. I think it's 11 of the Rise of TNA. And today for you we have another episode of TNA Explosion, and I actually booked this quite well, I think. Well, I mean, not necessarily like I say I booked it well. I didn't mean that it's gonna get like B's and A's. I just meant that I booked it in about an hour. I went about a new way of trying to like book it. Like, I wrote it out on Microsoft Word first, like how I was going to do it, and then I actually only just managed to fit everything in. So I felt I did quite well with it. But yeah, let's take a look at the storylines. MVP versus Kurt Angle. I keep meaning to do that, but I keep forgetting. So that's going to be a priority on Impact. Well, not a priority, but it's definitely going to kind of continue. But it's at 64C. Rise of the Revolution is at a 63C. Town Terrell versus Havoc is at a 62C. Return of the TV title is at 58C minus. I'm tempted to rename that and change the name of the title, but anyway, Tension in the BDC is at 68C plus, and that one hasn't started, and you're not allowed to see who's in it. So, anyway, in terms of size, again, we're very popular in the tri-state area and England. Tempted to do a show in southern England, actually, but I might do next Impact show, but then maybe the go home show, so we're going to do that in the tri-state area, and we're going to do the pay-per-view in the tri-state area, but then we're going to, I think the Impact after that will go to southern England, because why not, you know? But yeah, we're doing alright. We need to get to 65% in 8 regions of America to get to national. That's going to be that's going to take a while. That is going to take a while. In terms of popularity, we're very popular in England. We're definitely more popular in England than we are in America, which is strange. But, well, to be honest, it's like that in real life. It is. In real life, I'd say TNA is more popular in England than America. But anyway, moving on. And yeah, let's get straight into the show. Okay, so we start the show, as always, with 6 dark matches. First one, MVP defeats Chris Melendez in 56C minus. Jim Ross did good work at ringside, but Melendez and Jim Ross are a very poor combination. Okay, so I'm trying to find a new manager for Chris Melendez. I'm going to do it in dark matches because I'm going to mess up his development, really, in a way, if I keep doing this. But yeah, 56C minus, not too bad. MVP looked good out there, which is always good. So moving on. And a 671C plus, blimey. So yeah, Tara defeated Gail Kim with a Widow's Peak in a 71C plus. Gail Kim and Tara have pretty good chemistry, so that's obviously a reason for that, but that's a pretty good rating. The match suffered because there wasn't enough selling shown. What? Ha! Got a bonus for being well booked. That very rarely happens. Lack of selling. How do you okay. I don't know how you kind of influence that, but Caitlyn has debuted her fan favourite. Where's Caitlyn? Where's Caitlyn? I don't know where Caitlyn is, but Caitlyn debuted her gimmick. Okay. Moving on. Click. Okay, there we go. And 57C minus. Damn. This definitely got penalised for booking. Yay, back to normal. I don't know what that voice was either. But the Hardys defeat the Revolution when Jeff Hardy defeated Abyss. So, yeah. Moving on. And Bobby Roode defeated Drew Galloway with a Roode Bomb in a 60C. No work improvements. Moving on. Magnus defeated Rockstar Spud. 48D plus. And final dark match, that's better than I expected. Samoa Joe versus Manic in a 60C. Manic above a D? Insane. But yeah, no work improvements. But that's it for the pre-show, so let's move on into the main show. And in 63C, Mike Tenay and Taz welcome the TV audience to Explosion and talk briefly about what happened on TNA Impact, showing videos from the last episode, showing the BDC's dominance and how they worked together throughout the night, and quoting MVP when he said that there were no cracks in the BDC. They also hyped tonight's main event between Austin Aries and EC3, with the winner going to TNA Genesis to face either Lashley or Jeff Hardy for the television title. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter. I was going to tell you something, but it doesn't matter. I can tell you at the end of the show. Austin Aries was superb working without a script and had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Why don't you just add insult to injury, game? Just kill me. Come on. If you don't know what that's about, go watch the last episode. Moving on. Adam Cole makes his way out with manager Maria Kanellis and talks about what happened on last week's Impact. He mentions MVP's involvement in his match with Kenny King before talking about how he will face MVP for the world title one day and beat him, but for now he just wants to improve. For that reason, he's offering a match to anyone in the back who thinks they can beat him. EC3 then makes his way out and tells him that he would beat him, but he's already in action tonight, where he will defeat Austin Aries to make it to TNA Genesis, but his bodyguard Tyrus will. Tyrus and EC3 then make their way down to the ring for the first match of the night. They got 62C, and the match itself, 62C, which is very pleasing to say Tyrus is in it. So in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Tyrus defeated Adam Cole by submission with a Tongan death grip after interference from EC3. Submission? I set that to submission? What? I'm confused. No, I didn't set that. I didn't set a finish at all, actually. Sure, I set a finish. Anyway, I thought that was a fucking... I didn't think that was a submission, but moving on. Shows how much I know about this guy. About Brodus Clay. I suppose grip kind of... never mind. 62C, no work improvements. Moving on. Into a 63C. So the cameras head backstage where we find TNA knockout Taryn Terrell warming up for her title match against Havoc. When Gail Kim comes into shot, Kim wishes her luck before telling her that she needs it, and Gail walks off with a smirk on her face, leaving Taryn to continue her warm-up. So the hints at Gail Kim heel turn didn't go down too well with the crowd, who still remember her recent turn. Yeah, I might end up not turning her, to be honest. No work improvements, dirt sheet. Moving on. And in a 59C, Austin Aries is in the interview area with JB, who asks him about his match against EC3. Shut up, Facebook. Later tonight, Aries tells JB that he's the greatest man that ever lived, and that tonight he'd prove it by pinning EC3 and be the first man to beat him clean in TNA. Borash struggled because Austin Aries wasn't following a script. God damn you, Jeremy Borash. And Aries enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. So yeah, basically now that he's signed for Ring of Honor, he's performing well in segments. Son of a bitch. No work improvements. Moving on into a 61C. Mike Tenay and Taz hype up tonight's match between former tag team partners Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. How will Eddie Edwards fare against the man that turned on him on last week's Impact? I say turned on him. He attacked him because they lost. It's that, that tag team segment that happens far too often. Far too often. Moving on. And wow. That was bad. Okay, so in a battle that had solid in-ring action but not much in the way of heat, Taryn Terrell defeated Havoc in 6 minutes 9 seconds by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Taryn Terrell wins the TNA Women's Knockout title. Yeah, that was a very bad match. Awful match. Negative crowd reaction for Havoc. She is a heel, so that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen. Havoc was penalised for not engaging the crowd. Both of them were, actually. So, yeah, that sucks. Moving on. Taryn Terrell begins celebrating when Havoc attacks her from behind. Just as Havoc is about to hit the Harlot Slayer chokeslam on Taryn, Gail Kim runs down, and Taryn and Gail eventually fight Havoc off. Gail Kim seemingly congratulates Taryn, but then attacks the new Knockouts champion, and Kim eats the defeat on Taryn before celebrating to a chorus of boos. Yeah, can we pretend that end bit didn't happen? Like, just there. Right, so she'd never attacked her. Gail Kim never attacked Taryn Terrell. Okay, it never happened. Gail Kim congratulates Taryn. Alright, so the attack on Taryn Terrell by Gail never happened. Because Gail Kim isn't getting turned anymore. She's not... I'm not turning her heel anymore. It's not happening. Okay? It's not happening. Not happening, I tell you. But yeah, 66C+. No work improvements. Moving on. No. Oh, no, wait. Yes. Oh, okay. That's good. I mean, obviously, you know, with their chemistry. But in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Eddie Edwards defeated Davey Richards in 11:31 by pinfall with a chin checker. Eddie and Davey have great chemistry and it showed in their performance. Matches like this should be getting a B. It got a bonus for being well booked as well. Unfortunately, that last match kind of killed. I think if that last match had maybe been a C, this could have possibly been a B. But because it was done to a cold crowd, then yeah, no work improvements. But yeah, moving on. And after an intense match, Richards grabs the microphone and apologizes to Eddie Edwards for turning on him last week, and tells fans that they won't see him again as he's leaving to go back to Ring of Honor. He says he'll always remember his year in TNA and hopes to come back in the future. He says that he'll miss his brother Eddie Edwards, and the Wolves will one day be reunited, and the two embrace before celebrating with the fans. When I say that the Wolves will one day be reunited, I hope to God Eddie Edwards doesn't sign for Ring of Honor. It's going to happen now. But yeah, 62C. Obviously, I love the Wolves. I'm a big Wolves fan. I've got a Wolves shirt. Love these guys. They're great. But yeah, unfortunately we lost Davey. I'm gonna try and get him back as soon as possible, but we might be without him for like 2 years, 3 years. So it sucks. But moving on. Mike Tenay and Taz hype up the main event between Austin Aries and EC3, reminding everyone that one of those two men will book themselves a place at TNA Genesis, and talk about how Tyrus could potentially get involved and cost Austin Aries the match. No work improvements. I don't know why I'm checking that, but yeah. 58C-, and the match itself got a C. So, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, EC3 defeated Austin Aries by pinfall with a headlock driver following interference from Tyrus. Now, I mentioned in the last episode that I was going to get Austin Aries to win this tournament. Yeah, things change. Things change. So, EC3 is going through to the next round to face either Jeff Hardy or Lashley. So, yeah. 65C. Moving on to the next segment. And this is how we write Austin Aries out of TNA. Basically. So Tyrus and EC3 attack Austin Aries after the match. Tyrus hits the Tongan death grip, which I've now found out is a submission, before EC3 would hit the 1%er. I'm just gonna change the thing. There. It now no longer says Tongan death grip. So Tyrus hits the choke slam before EC3 would hit the 1%er. They then throw Aries out the ring and clear the announce table, and then EC3 throws Aries onto the announce table, allowing Tyrus to hit the choke slam again on Aries through the announce table. Medics are quick to see to Aries as EC3 celebrates in the ring, signaling that he will win the television title at TNA Genesis. Austin Aries is stretched out of the ring. What is the condition of Aries? So, again, Austin Aries was superb working without script. No work improvements. Dirt sheet doesn't really matter. But yeah, Aries got a bonus for his exceptional improvisation. But yeah, not a bad way to end the show. And the final show rating was AC. Is this just because it's a B show? Does a B show only ever get C's? That's all Explosion ever seems to get. I mean, the main event was a C, which kind of explains it. Go away, Facebook. But yeah, very pleased with that match. Eddie Edwards versus Davey Richards. Unfortunately, it was done to a cold crowd because of that match. That match, which I wasn't impressed with. But yeah, so moving on, and we say goodbye to Davey Richards. Anyway, let's go check out this. So yes, I have offered pretty much everybody a written deal. I've offered them all 3-year written deals, which is going to be a bit awkward when it comes to renegotiating with everyone, and we renegotiate with everyone at the same time. I did notice that Kurt Angle is on over, I think he's on over 30 grand a month. Jeff Hardy will be on close to that. Shit. So Hardy's going to be on 28 grand a month, which fair enough because I always seem to use him in the main event. I don't know why I'm doing Caitlyn written deal. She's not actually that good, as you see from her skills. Her in-ring ability is terrible. She's okay, kind of entertainment-wise. I'm definitely going to be using her as a manager rather than a wrestler. She's better than that in real life, but yeah. Pretty much everybody's getting a new contract. Bram, Abyss, Desmond Wolfe, EC3, Havoc, Loki, Magnus, pretty much everybody. Rhino? Nah, I'm going to withdraw from that. Ah, shit. I might withdraw from that. Actually, he's pretty good, I noticed. So, actually, no, you know what? We'll keep it. I think that's why I actually ended up offering him. But Ricochet, Spud, Samoa Joe, Brodus Clay. Yeah, they're all going on written deals. Go away, Ring of Honor! Oh, you can have Shark Boy. Shark Boy doesn't... No. You are not having EC3. That's your nephew, Dixie. Obviously, it's not really. But what did she say? 8590. We're going to be put out of business by Ring of Honor. Shit. He has a better offer from Ring of Honor. No. They're going to put us out of business. 8690. Fuck. They actually they genuinely are going to put us out of business. I knew I should have started this. Bye, Michael. Oh my god. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have started this war with Ring of Honor. They're just signing everybody. I don't really like Brodus Clay, but I think he's doing fairly well with us. 360. Fuck you, Dixie Carter. Oh my god. Can I just offer him like loads of money? I'm not gonna give him a definite push, but oh, Dixie, fuck off. Just fuck off, Dixie. Alright, I'll do that later. I should never have done this. This was a mistake. Alright, Shark Boy, not too bothered about. Brodus Clay, you know, I could do without them taking him, but he's nothing special. I just realised that his acting's better than his menace. Which is true. Well, actually I've seen him acting and it's not great. But EC3, I could do without them taking him, and I don't know what Dixie Carter's playing at, but yeah, we're at the way it looks. Ring of Honor have got something going on. I mean, they are offering written deals to absolutely everybody. They've got something big coming up, if you ask me. Is that Evan Bourne? It is Evan Bourne. So they've got Evan Bourne. I'm tempted to try and take the Young Guns. Not the Young Guns. The Young Bucks. The Young Guns? Don't know who they are. They've got Kaz. Yeah, I'm tempted to try and take the Young Guns. They've got AJ Styles as well. We're too small for him? What? Oh, Christopher Daniels. Should we get Christopher Daniels on a written deal? There. Steal my workers, will you? Oh, bring in Kaz and reform the reform Bad Influence. I'm tempted to bring in Michael Bennett as well. He was in a tag team with Adam Cole. I don't know though. I say they've got something big coming up. They really haven't signed that many people, to be fair. But yeah, Matt Jackson and can't remember what the other one's called. I only see one Jackson here. Okay, obviously he's not in Ring of Honor, which is weird. But oh, the Briscoes. What's their size? How are they stealing our workers? What's the... Ooh. They're growing. And it's not kind of they're growing in one area. They are growing right across America, which is a worry. That's quite a worry. They're not growing outside of... Oh, they are growing a little bit. And yeah. Right. Interesting. I'm just going to check their last show. Hang on. If I can find it, obviously. Wait, I can filter it, can't I? filter, story type, TV news. Oh, results. Here we go. I actually can't find Ring of... Oh, there it is. Okay. So Ring of Honor. Holy fuck! That main event, though. Jay Briscoe defeating AJ Styles. If they keep putting on shows like that, we are in big, big trouble. What's their show before that? Oh, I can't go back that far. Fuck. Okay, so we are actually... Like... We're in a bit of trouble. Especially if Ring of... I should never have declared war on Ring of Honor. But especially if they keep doing what they're doing. I mean... Damn. But, yeah. So... Scared. That is it really for this episode, guys. If you liked the video, then please leave a like and let us know what you think of the video in the comments section down below. I really wish I'd have started this save as the owner, Dixie Carter, but I didn't, so in a way, it's my own fault. And yeah, that's it really. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you in the next episode. Peace.